Hi everyone, I'm Tejasvi Potluri. Now I want to discuss about Hamming code topic under computer networks. So first let us see how to calculate Hamming distance. The Hamming distance will be calculated between two different words. So just we need to perform XOR operation between two different words and the result is nothing but the Hamming distance. And so let us consider some examples. So if you are taking two code words such as 000 and 011, we need to perform the XOR operation between these two words and the resultant is 011. So then we need to count the total number of ones in this word. The total number of ones are 2 and so the Hamming distance is 2. And coming to the next example, again we need to perform XOR operation between these two data words and the resultant is 01011. In this the total number of ones are 3 and so the Hamming distance is 3. And the next we need to find out the minimum Hamming distance in any set of words. The minimum Hamming distance is nothing but the distance which is the very smallest in that database. So let us take this example of this table, and in this table we are having the different data words, and for these data words we are calculating the code words. The code words are nothing but we are adding one more bit to the data word. That bit depends upon the parity. Let us discuss how to add this parity bit in the later slides. And now for these all the data words for different combinations we are calculating the Hamming distance. So on all these results we can identify that the minimum value is 2 and so the minimum Hamming distance is 2 here. And next we can consider the second example. Again in this we are taking these data words and we are taking the code words as this, and this example is used for the error correction method, whereas the previous example is used for error detection. And again in this we are finding out the Hamming distances for different combinations by performing XOR operation between different code words. And from this we can observe that we have two possibilities of Hamming distances. The one is 3 and one is 4, and the minimum Hamming distance is 3 here. And the next we can for error detection we need to consider that if the Hamming distance is the minimum is equal to s plus 1, we can detect the errors up to s errors in that data word. So for example, we are taking the code word as 101 here, and in this 101 for the first example the minimum Hamming distance is 2. So this we are transferring this code word to the receiver, and if there is any error in a single bit we can identify at the receiver side. But suppose if two bits are changed, it means that the error is at two different positions. We can't identify two positions because the minimum Hamming distance is 2. And let us take one more example. In the second example we have discussed previously, the minimum Hamming distance is 3. It means that we can detect the errors up to two different positions. And the next it is about the error detection, and now coming to the error correction, we can correct the errors up to the 2t plus 1. And now let us see one example. If the Hamming distance, the minimum Hamming distance is 4, so how many errors we can detect and how many errors we can correct? The simple formula we can implement here, that is for error detection we can have the d minimum minus 1, so we can detect up to 3 errors and we can correct up to 1 error. It means that we need to have the odd minimum distance for error correction methods. If we are having even minimum distance, just it means that we are wasting the capability of that distance technique. And next concept is here linear block codes. The linear block codes is nothing but we are going to perform XOR operation for two different code words in a table. So we are having different code words in our table. So for first two words we are performing the XOR operation. The resultant should be the third code word. So whatever it is, the code word should be in the database. And so it is nothing but the same thing. We need to perform the exclusive or operation for two valid code words, which creates another valid code word. And let us take an example. In the table 1 we have discussed previously, if you are performing the XOR operation for first two different code words, we are getting the third code word as a resultant. It means that that scheme is nothing but a linear block code. Even the table 2 we have discussed previously is also a linear block code, because even we are performing XOR operation for different code words, we are getting the resultant as the valid code words. And second, here we are having a simple parity check for error detection. Let us see the example. That is, we are having the data words and here code words. So how to generate these code words are nothing but, so we need to maintain either even parity or odd parity. Even parity is nothing but the total number of ones in that code word should be an even number. The odd parity is nothing but the total number of ones in that code word should be an odd. So here we are taking it as an even parity. So for coming to the first data word, we are having 0 0 0. The total number of ones should be even, so we are just including that 0. On the second example, we are having already 1 in the data word. The total number of ones here is 1, which is an odd. So to make it as even, we are adding one more 1 in that code word. So it is in the code word we are having even parity here. In such way, we need to calculate all the code words, and this diagram is used for generating a data word which we are sending to it, the code word to the receiver, and the receiver side we are detecting if there is any error at any position. The same technique, just we need to take data words such as A0 to A3, and by using the generator we need to generate a parity bit. It can be odd parity or even parity. So by adding that parity bit to the original data code, we are getting code word, and this code word is transmitted to the receiver. On the receiver side, again we need to check, we need to get an information along with that code word whether we are using even parity or odd parity. And the last bit is nothing but the parity bit. And so now again, excluding that parity bit, we need to check all the remaining bits, and we need to check whether it is maintaining the same. Suppose if you are sending the even parity to the receiver, we need to check whether the even parity is maintained in that word or not, code word or not. So if there is any mistake in that parity, just we are generating the syndrome value as 1 here. If that is the correct, we are generating this syndrome value as 0. So if syndrome value is 1, no need of generating this data word. If syndrome value is 0, then the data word can be generated just by taking the first 4 bits in the code word. And this is an example. Just we are taking the data word as 1011 and we are getting code word as 10111. So in this, suppose if the receiver received as 10111, so we are having here even parity and the total number of ones are again 4 here, so it is okay. Now there is no error, so the syndrome value is 0, so now data word can be generated. In the second case, if there is any error in that one position which is in red color, that is the 1 is changed to 0, it means that we are maintaining here only, we are getting odd number of ones, so there is some mistake, so the syndrome value is 1, and so no data word is created here. And in the same way, in the next example, the parity bit is changed to 0, which indicates that again we are having odd number of ones, again the syndrome value is 1, so the data word is not created. In this way we are having two more examples. Suppose if you are changing two different bits here, the total number of ones here are 2. Even it is even parity, there is an error at two different positions. So as we are having even parity, the syndrome is 0, and so the data word is created here, but which is not correct. So we can't detect these type of errors by using this Hamming code. This is the disadvantage of our Hamming code, and this is about Hamming code. And thank you for all for listening my presentation. Thank you.